Hello YouTube, welcome to my first tutorial about Lord of the Rings Online, and this tutorial will go about the legendary weapons. As you can see in my back, you see three kinds of legendary weapons: the third age, the second age and the first age. What's the difference between those three? Very simple, is the amount of damage and usefulness. The third age is the weakest of them all. The second age is slightly better. It's actually between the first age and the third age. And the first age is the strongest of the three. Also the most expensive one to make or to find. But what's so special about the legendary weapons? Very simple. The legendary weapons have something called legacies. The legacies that you can decide what will be. It can give bonus agility, of your vitality, of more damage on your skills you have. Like mine, for example, if you can see at my sword Dragon Soul, as the legacies do have spear gambit parry rating, so it will give me more parry rating if I use spear gambits. I do 6.4% more light damage, and so on and so on. Then they got relics. What's so special about the relics? Very simple. They give some additional buffs, like my estimate settings of beginning, for example. It gives me plus 205 physical mitigation, in combat power regen and vitality. So it's very recommended to have some relics. How to get to those relics? Well, that's where the third age come in, because the most people in endgame will use them to grind the relics. And how you do that? Very simple, by leveling them. If you kill a mob or give him kind of runes of legends like this one, it will get experience points in that item every time and if he's getting a maximum level, that's 60. You can also upgrade it to level 70, but that's later on. If it's at level 60, then you can deconstruct it and it will give you an amount of relics. But how to start with getting a legendary weapon? As you can see, I can wear this, I can wear this, so you can switch. But I want to equip this, but I can't. How come? Very simple. I need to identify it. How do I identify it? And that's why I am standing before the Forge Master. The Forge Master do two things for you. Actually three. Identify weapons, reforge them, or imbue your legendary weapon. For now, I'm not going to talk much about the imbuing of legendary items, because that's more endgaming. So don't bother it if you're low level. Wait a bit at your maximum level, and I will explain it at the end of the video.
Well met.
So back to identifying. I go to this Reforged Warden sort of the second age. I ask him to identify. So I identified. He gave me 3 legacies randomly. You never know if they will be useful for you or not, but I will give them. If you are thinking, oh my god, those legacies are not the one I want, no problem, because then that's what this coming. If you deconstruct a high level weapon, and I still recommend them deconstruct them at level 60, you can choose a legacy of that weapon to give to another one. It is always target to a maximum level, so keep that in mind. This is the minor melee legacy power rush critical rating, and I can choose where I want it. I want it on my spear, so I apply it. We'll look at it, but I want to switch. I don't want a critical strike damage, so I replace it with. Now it's replaced. How do I know? Very simple. There is the Spear of Elum, and there is the Power Rush critical rating. Now it's in here. But now let's go back to the second age for now. Now I want to equip him, but you can do it right away, or you can go to the legendary item, And to get there, you press Shift and you press I at the same time. Open and close it. So there you go. You slot him. You ask if you want to bind it, of course. And the best thing you do, you always press track on it so you can see how much its level is. The new thing about the new patch now, you can rename it. So let's call him random sword name. There we go. Voila, that's his new name. And now we go to the legacies and the relics. As you can see, I got some relics of tier 10, 5, 4, and so forth and so forth. Then you go to the legacies. What's so special about the legacies? You can upgrade them. How? Well, every time it levels up, it gets a amount of points to spend on. So I'm going to use this so it will be level up. Here it goes, level 10, and right away it's at max up level 10. That's the maximum for now. Very good to know as well for the moment. I got 90 points to get spent on, and I'm going to spend it on DPS. So I'm going to rank it up. So now it's higher than it was before. I still haven't got it on the maximum rank because I don't have amount of points for it. But how do you get more points? Very simple, to get it to a higher level. And how do you go that? That's where this guy still comes in. Now we're going to reforge. Here is the sword. And I'm going to refund those points. I will keep the name though. And then I'm going to reforge it. Then I get this. He asked me, these are the two new legacies you will get. Will it be an upgrade of a one before or not? I don't know yet because I wasn't paying attention. Critical strike, going to for this. There you go. And now he's a level 11. He has this now as an advancement, so very good. And now it's being resetted because I asked him to. Now he has more critical strike, critical damage because of the points I spent. And now, well, actually now comes the better part. You can get to level to 60, yes, but you can also get it to level 70. Why do you want to do that? Very simple. Every time he levels up, he gets better not doing that. He gets an extra legacy to use. And that's very helpful, because you want to have your first stage, especially your first stage, of all his legacies he can get. And how does he get it? Two ways. One, get him to level 70, or using this Crystal of Remembrance. I'm going to use it on my Spear of Freedom. Is now unlocking a new legacy slot. Yes, nothing yet, but I can replace a new legacy slot in it if I want to. Not yet. I'm going to do that later on. But how do I get them to level 70? Well, that's you need something special scroll. Let's see if I can. That's why I'm going to the other guy. He sells those.
I greet you, friend.
Not cheap though. Let's see, legendary support. The Scroll of Delving. You see, it will as a cheaper version, but it also works with a maximum amount of level. Like this is maximum level 85. This one is maximum level 100. But if you use this on that weapon, it will get an extra level, so it can get 10 levels higher before it's at its maximum. So by doing that, you can reforge him once more, and then reforging gives another legacy legacy. My apologies. So that's very important to do that if you want to use that weapon. Then we have also this endless scroll of empowerment. The scrolls of empowerment. What does this do? It will make the tier of the legacies higher. Example. This one is on major tier 4. You see that on the top from it. Below legacy description. This one is also. This is major tier 3. So this tier is higher than this one. What's the difference? Very simple. Upgrading it is cheaper on the highest tier. Thus the higher the tier is, thus the cheaper it gets with those points. The maximum tier so far for this is tier 6. But you can make it higher if you imbue it. But like I said, that will become later on. Now I come to the relics, to slot 1. Very simple. You simply go to the relic you want. Or to the gems, or to the runes, or to the crafted ones you have created yourself. We'll have as a slot for all 4 of them. I'm not going to place them yet because I'm going to use those relics later on for my first stage web because I wanted higher something higher than the tier 10. How do I get to higher tier 10? That's where this guy comes in. I can ask for refining the relics I have for shards. I get these tier 3, I don't going to use them anyway. So if I refine them, I get nice shards. I also get some XP for my legendary weapons later on. But I can add some shards for these. These shards are very important for like this. I can make new legacies, new relics, but it will cost shards. So you want a lot of shards from it. But let's see how to make higher tiers. As you can see, I got a lot of tier 4 relics, and I want to have more tier 10 relics. How do I do it? Very simple. I'm going to the relic forging, go to tier 4, and simply say auto combine. It will randomly take some relics, and I will combine them and make an 1 tier 5 rune of avoidance, for example. So we made a tier 5 relic. And so on and so on. You keep doing that till you can't do it anymore. Oh, tier 5. You made some for tier 5 now. Keep doing it. Sometimes you get double, sometimes you get some extra shards, as you could see. I was a little bit too fast. So, and you keep going on. Keep in mind, it will cost money or shards. If you have a lot of money and you don't want to spend shards, of course use money. If you don't want to spend money but use shards, replace it with shards. But you will keep combining them till you can't do it anymore. Now I got a 1 tier 5 left, and now I got 2 tier 8 and 2 tier 10. And now what relics do I want to have then? Very simple. These are the Western Met level 90 relics. Stronger than the tier 10 because they use the tier 10 to combine. You will need a level 90 weapon or higher for it, so it is the best of relics you can have so far. As you can see, for the Western setting of stability I need 3 tier 10 relics, 1 of might, morale, and then 1 of will. I don't have 1 of will, but I have the amount of shards. If I get this one, I might be able to create this. So that's for making relics. How to get to them is very simple. Then we go back to this one. Not to this one. Confusing me.
I greet you, friend.
I want some relics from them. From this, for example, the level 36 30H Warden X. Actually, like I said, I want to do it on level 60, but for this tutorial I will use a lower level one. So I deconstruct them. He asked me, okay, is there a legacy I want to have? You always need to choose one. I will take Empering Javelin Duration. And I get tier 5, tier 4, tier 3. I get some relics. I get this legacy and get legendary fragments will be used for crafting, so not special to focus on right away. Then you get heritage rune of legends, so to give speed to another weapon. I'm going to use this one on my spear. Like I said, he wants me legendary item level up. Get some points to use and to spend. And now I have a free slot because I deconstructed it. So I get this. If I want, I can give them to them, but I actually don't need it at the moment on my weapons. But I still can give it randomly to my second age. Let's see. This one. He now replaced him. His shield can be buff duration he had. Now I'm going to get rid of my mouse out of it, and now going back. Now it's gone, and now the hampering javelin duration is winning. Scroll of renewal. Using this scroll on a legendary item will reset all legendary points expended. This scroll works on legendary items. It's simply the same what it said. If I use it on one of those legendary items, it will simply reset all the points I have spent and goes back to 0, so you can respend them again. If you think you have made a mistake, didn't want to put some points in that legacy, then you can use that. How to get it? Very simple. You get the most from deconstructing. I'm going to do that later on. So melding, you want to meld legendary weapons. It will always cost shards. You always need a relic for it. And for the extra support, well, a lot of shards. These are also legacies to use. If you think you got a, for example, you have an amount of the legacies you need. You say, I'm satisfied with it, but you have some free spots. I recommend use those. Why? It gives you extra might, vitality, agility, will, or fate. Depends on the one you choose. It has no maximum level, so you can give it to one of a level 50 or one to level 100. I also still recommend use it on an end game weapon, not on one lower, because it's kind of a waste in my opinion. Respect to there is. And now I think I have explained enough about the legendary weapon so far. So now I'm going to the last and final part, imbuing a legendary weapon. What's so special about it? Very simple. This has a maximum tier 6, and the maximum rank is 9 to get plus 10% of what it needs to be. Like for example, this is the maximum damage it can have without any upgrades. I was forgetting the upgrades. Oh my god. Silly me. You see 3 stars. You can use starlit crystals on your legendary weapon to make the damage per second higher. You see the maximum stars are 3. I don't know how much it was, but don't worry if it's not important for a moment. But if you have a starlit crystal, use it on your legendary weapon you're going to use permanently. Because when you use an upgrade, you will never getting it out again. So keep in mind everything you spend on your legendary weapon, like you raise a tier, it will never come back. So keep that in mind. But now back to imbuing legendary weapon. This is not imbued, so it's a simple classic legendary weapon how it always was. Then you got this. Looks completely different. These are the legacy tiers it can have now. The maximum tier is here 35. I still need to upgrade this one. I can use that with the Unflash Scroll of Empowerment or with Mithril coins. The good thing is about imbuing is you can now use your Mithril coins for upgrading those tiers. But to upgrading, I still recommend the Scrolls of Empowerment and the Starlit Crystals. And to get another legacy slot, you can still use that green relic I used in the beginning. I forgot the name. Damn it. But, like I said, you don't need those. Everything you can do right now with Mithril coins. You can do them all with Mithril coins at the moment. But there's one thing I will recommend. If you don't have not enough Mithril coins, wait with imbuing him. Why? Because once it's imbued, you can turn it back to a normal. So if you have a legendary item, like for example this legacy, I want this legacy on this weapon. So I want to deconstruct it. Take this legacy, I want to place it on this. Forget it, it won't accept it. You can't add another legacy once it's imbued. But how do I get another legacy or get another free spot? Very simple, with Mithril coins. So you say, I don't want the light damage, I want to switch to this. You can, but it will cost 50 Mithril coins. So if you want to imbue, make sure you have at the maximum level 70. You can have all the free spots you can have on your legendary weapon and place all the legacies you want to have. Not sooner, because once you have imbued him, you're stuck with it. If you want to change the legacy, it will cost you Mithril coins. Mithril coins cost turbine points. Turbine points cost real money. That's all I'm going to say about it. And now what's the difference between the imbued legendary weapon and the normal legendary weapons? Very simple. These tiers goes higher and higher and higher, and if I hear correctly, every time the level cap of the game will be higher. So like for example, level will be 110 or 120. The good thing about the imbued legendary weapon is it can join you with your level, and they simply just add some extra tiers for your legendary weapon and you can upgrade them once again. It's the Starlit Crystals and the Scrolls of Empowerment. So that's the good thing about it. It will level with you. If you got the right stuff for it, of course. But now I've done this all of this. I don't think I can't explain any more from them. Except now that I explained a good amount of it that you need to learn. I'm going to take it short. Imbuing legendary weapons, do it at last. If you can't decide which legendary weapon to take, always aim for a first age because it's the strongest of the three. If you got third age weapons of your own or from another class, but you can still use them to deconstruct them to get some relics. Always. Okay, if it's still level 1 it won't give much, but it's something, right? Keep the third age. If it's for your class, keep it and level it. Always. Why? It's good for farming shards, it's good for farming relics, and it's good for farming legacy slots. If it does not have the legacies you want to use in combat, like for example, I don't want to use the range damage on this Warden X when I use it. Very simple, replace it. You can always replace legendary legacies. So this is it for today. I have explained everything there is to know. If you have more questions, ask them below. If I see them, I will automatically answer to them. The next tutorial will be about a big battle, so I'm going to explain how the engineer, the commander and stuff all works, how to start them, how to do them. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe. I'll always be on Twitch. I'm streaming also this game and other games, so if you're interested, all the links will be below. And I hope you have a nice day. This was Rycom, and perhaps I'll see you next time. Bye.